So Donald Trump is more afraid than he's ever been as the grand jury is coming for him in the state of New York. We talked a little bit about it last night, but it's been confirmed by one of the key journalists that's been covering Trump since 2015. You got to see this clip.
I think that Trump has been very, very frustrated and very concerned about these investigations for several months, even before he left the White House. But I think that those concerns have escalated in the last few months. I think, I'm aware that Trump has been spending a lot of time at Trump Tower over the last couple of weeks since he left Palm Beach. I think it is going to increase the likelihood that at minimum, Brianna, he's going to talk about running. Whether he is going to actually run, I think is still an open question, whether he will be able to. He has said conflicting things to people around him about that, but he issued a lengthy statement yesterday. It's the second one that he has issued related to the Vance investigation in the last few weeks. And one of the things that he said was, it can't, I'm paraphrasing, but it can't be a coincidence that there's a new poll showing that I'm leading, the Republican primary for 2024. And then he claimed, I think falsely, to be leading the general election, although I have not seen that data.
And so that was Maggie Haberman from the New York Times on CNN earlier today, basically saying that while Trump and a lot of people close to Trump are portraying confidence, saying, oh, we're not worried about this, we know this is a political witch hunt, and so there's nothing here to really be concerned about. We're going to keep doing what we're doing. Behind the scenes, Trump is getting frustrated because his lawyers can't seem to shake this case, and he's getting anxious, and his fears have, quote unquote, escalated over the past few weeks and months. I'm going to translate that for you. He is scared. He is absolutely terrified that he might actually get charged, that he might actually get convicted, and that he might actually go to prison, go to jail. That is a fear that Donald Trump has now that he didn't really have in the past, even though these charges have been cooking for a long time. And you might say, ultimately, rich, powerful people like Donald Trump rarely go to prison, and that's true, but because he's fearing it, that tells you something. And we have to remember here that now the political element cannot be separated, because what Haberman is saying is that Donald Trump may well run for president, but part of what's going to influence his political decision is his criminal reality. That if he's on the fence about running or not, one of the reasons he might run is that it would give him greater credibility in saying that any charges against me are not just charges against Donald John Trump, but charges against the former president and the current favorite for the Republican nomination. And while she's right in noting that Trump lied when he said he's a favorite to beat Biden in 2024, that is not true. He is indeed the favorite to be the Republican nominee. No poll has suggested otherwise. To be fair to Trump, if he wants the nomination, he can almost certainly have it. And so this is going to be something to look for. Look to see if Trump starts to show that fear more openly, and look to see just how ready he is to connect his political future to this idea that all the very, very real charges against him are just quote unquote witch hunts. This is a man running scared. We can only hope that he doesn't run scared and ends up taking power again. Because again, you might think that's unlikely, but this is a man that if he takes power again, there will never be another free election in American history. And you can damn be sure he will never face the consequences of his crimes.